The 29th of March 2013 marked the historic occasion when the Bait-ur-Rahman Mosque was inaugurated in Valencia, Spain by the fifth Khalifa of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, Hadhrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad. To mark the event, a reception dinner was held on the 3rd of April, which was attended by a multitude of guests ranging from high government officials to local neighbors. The guests were given a tour of the newly built mosque along with a photo exhibition which introduced the Jama'at and its history in Spain. Some of the guests were given the opportunity of meeting His Holiness in a private mulaqat where they were able to ask questions and appreciate the work of Jama'at Ahmadiyya.
Please have seat. Please have seat. So you were there in Belgium, no?
Sí, sí.
You were also there.
They too were in Belgium.
Yes, I know, I remember very well.
And she is also a friend of them. She is the member of deputy for Murcia.
Member of Parliament?
Murcia.
Yes.
Murcia is about 200 kilometers from here. 200 kilometers.
Sí.
200
You enjoyed that function, both of you, when you went to Brussels?
Que si disfrutasteis de la función en Bruselas,
Sí.
del Parlamento.
Fue muy agradable y muy hospitalarios la comunidad.
It was very pleasant and
Ahmadi.
there was a lot of hospitality there.
सिर्फ मेहमान वाली बाकी function कैसा लगा?
Y aparte de la hospitalidad, lo que era la función, ¿qué te pareció?
Pues sí, nos gustó mucho y el mensaje de paz y de amor que tanto se necesita ahora, ¿no?
Especially like the message of peace and love.
So he is an Air Force person?
No, I belong to the Guardia Civil. It's
Huh?
a kind of police in Spain.
Police. So
Yeah.
there are different uniforms as the police.
Police.
Local police and national police.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Provincial and local?
Sorry?
Provincial y local.
Yeah. In Spain we have a system with two national police. One body of this national police is in the big cities and the rest of the territory is Guardia Civil. I belong to the Guardia Civil. That is green uniform. Then we have on top of that the local police that is belonging to the municipalities.
Local municipality, right.
Okay. And it's more a kind of administrative police. While all the security, the public security, is in charge of the national police bodies.
National police.
It's
Right.
a different system.
Right.
And
And this is why
than
your
in the UK.
uniform is different, yeah?
Yeah.
Me gustaría formularle una pregunta, si le parece discreto.
You would like to ask a question, if you are allowed to.
But first introduce him.
Primero debe presentarse.
José Manuel Gironés, soy el secretario general de Centro UNESCO en Valencia.
He is a General Secretary for UNESCO in Valencia.
Pero mi pregunta es en relación a mi condición de creyente, cristiano.
But my question is related to my condition of Christian believer.
Right.
He's asking that if we try to open an avenue with the Pope, would it gain for us the rejection of other Muslim groups if we become
See, for the purpose of joining humanity together and getting the peace of the world, we don't bother and fear even if other Muslim people like it or not. Even now, despite the fact that we have not any direct interaction with any of the Pope up till now, majority of the Muslim clerics, they don't like us. So we don't bother one thing. Even not now, the second successor of the founder of the Ahmadiyya movement, when he visited here in 1924, I think it was 1924, then later on, second time he came in 53, but it was in 1924. He visited Italy as well, and there he tried to have a meeting with the Pope, the then Pope, but Pope himself refused to meet him with the answer that at present my palace is under rehabilitation and repair, so I cannot meet you. And one of the pressmen at that time wrote in his newspaper that this is the answer of the Pope, and I hope whenever he will try to see the Pope, his palace will always be under repair. As far as I am concerned, almost 2 years back, when I saw the situation developing in the world, I wrote a letter to the Pope, the then Pope, the one who has descended down, that he should try to use his influence and power to bring peace in the world. And we should all join hands together so that we can work together for the development and creation of peace in the world, where the world is going towards now. If we did not stop it now, there's going to be a great havoc. And my letter was delivered to him by hand by one of my representatives, the national president of Kababir.
Y mi carta le fue entregada personalmente al Papa por uno de nuestros representantes que pertenece a la comunidad de Kababir.
And even this new Pope, when he was elected, I sent a message of congratulations to him, and then gave him the same message that we should come forward and join hands together so that we can help the world to create peace in this world. Even though I have not sent him any direct letter, but to fulfill his desire, I will try to meet him so that we can create an atmosphere of peace, and so that people would know, will have the message that Christians and Muslims can join hands together so that we can help the world to be in peace for a longer period.
Dice que aunque él no le ha escrito hasta ahora al nuevo Papa una carta formal, la pregunta de nuestro amigo le ha sugerido el que lo va a hacer ahora, le va a pedir el poderle ver personalmente y le va a transmitir el deseo de que los musulmanes y los cristianos se unan juntos e intenten promover realmente esta paz de la que está escasa el mundo.
When I will send this message, I will let you know of it.
Sí.
When I send this message, I will let you know of it.
Dice que cuando me conteste, yo ya se lo haré saber. Sí.
Para dejar un poco la broma, porque si no, dígale que ahora el Papa ya no vive en el palacio, por lo tanto, pues no se acaba
He's saying that the present Pope doesn't live in the palace anymore, so there won't be that problem or that excuse anymore.
I hope so. There should not be any problem.
Dice que espero que efectivamente no haya ningún problema y pueda tener lugar esta entrevista.
Even for us, from our side, we are always ready to interact and have dialogues with anybody who is calling us towards peace.
Por lo que a nosotros respecta, siempre estamos absolutamente abiertos a unirnos con todos aquellos que realmente están buscando la paz en el mundo. Siempre nos van a encontrar a su lado.
For the service of humanity.
Y también para servir a toda la humanidad, al margen de quien sea.
Bueno, yo me voy a presentar. Soy Antonio Ropero, soy el alcalde de un pueblo pequeño, cercano aquí. En primer lugar, me gustaría agradecerle personalmente el esfuerzo que han hecho por ubicarse en esta comarca, la comarca del Can del Turia, y abrirse al pueblo español, en este caso, intentando pues eso, que la cultura del Islam sea más apreciada y sea más conocida por toda la sociedad civil española. Yo creo que es un esfuerzo muy grande el que se ha hecho y espero que se sigan realizando estos esfuerzos.
He said, I want to introduce myself. I am the mayor of a small town in the neighborhood of this town.
Uh-huh.
And
this is the Marquis of Mayor.
Esta es la insignia, ¿no?
Sí.
Sí. And he says that he wants to thank Azur for choosing this place in our neighborhood to make a building like this, from which you, your community wants to spread this message of love, and that will allow that the people might know Islam in a better way, and that all these efforts that are needed so that the civil society might learn how to make it disappear, whatever differences at this time they jeopardize the peace. So he says congratulations for having chosen this place, and I'm really happy for all that Azur has done.
Thank you very much for your kind words.
Muchas gracias.
Bueno, yo soy la alcaldesa de la Puebla de Baibona, de este municipio. Quería darle las gracias a la comunidad por estar en la Puebla. Llevamos 12 años ya conviviendo juntos, y para nosotros, pues bueno, es importante la visita de su santidad al municipio, y sobre todo que convivamos los nuevos vecinos con los vecinos que llevan toda la vida aquí. Empezamos, seguro que su santidad lo sabe, empezamos con algún problemilla con los vecinos.
She's saying she's the mayor of this town.
This town?
Baibona. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's the lady mayor of this town. And she says that she knows the Jama'at for many years now. We've been living together. It is true that in the beginning there were some problems with the neighborhood. They were frightened that maybe they didn't know us. They thought we might pose sort of problems for them. But then, because we were fully open to them, and because we were not only showing them what we were going to do, but even we showed them our plans, our masjid, and according to this attitude of ours, they ended up learning that we really didn't, we were not going to be any problem for them. And nowadays, I mean, everybody in the town is satisfied, and she only asks that we should carry on with this attitude, so that the new neighbors, which are us, and the old neighbors which have been living here all the life through, they might keep, I mean, living together, so that she says that at the present there is no problem, and
I hope there will not be any problem in future as well.
Yeah.
I hope there will not be any problem in future as well.
Yeah. Dice su santidad que él está convencido o espera que no va a haber ningún problema en el futuro tampoco. Sí.
First, anyway, since she has been helpful to us, first of all, I would like to thank you very much for helping us, for taking this courageous step by allowing us to build the mosque here. And I learned that you have taken a great role in it, so I thank you very much.
Dice que él te da las gracias porque sabe que has tenido una actitud valiente aquí con el proyecto de la mezquita, y digamos, él has ido sabiendo cómo nos has ido ayudando en todos los pasos, y él quiere expresar tu agradecimiento en este momento.
And today in the formal meeting there, I'm not going to give any very formal address, but to thank the neighbors and the mayor and the councils, to those who have allowed us, who have permitted us to build this mosque here. And as far as we are concerned, wherever we are in this society, in any part of the world, we try to integrate with the local people. And you will see we all are just like you. There will not be any much difference, just apart from that of way of worship to Allah. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I hope we all be helpful to the police as well.
Espera que seamos también cooperadores con todos los cuerpos de seguridad.
The security is a global, I would say, issue. Everyone in the society should contribute to be secure.
If the people of the area are vigilant and helpful to the police, then there's no, crime, or at least the intensity of crimes comes down.
Dice que si la gente del vecindario coopera con la policía y está pendiente de la seguridad de su entorno, realmente el trabajo de la policía disminuye muchísimo.
Sí, yo creo que también cuando tuvieron la amabilidad de venir a las Cortes Valencianas a invitarme como representante del Parlamento Valenciano, pues les dije que sin ninguna duda estaría aquí porque creo que es muy importante el esfuerzo que tenemos que hacer todos por sumar y que la gente que tenemos fe.
He says that when your Jama'at came to me as president of the parliament in regional parliament in Valencia.
Regional parliament or provincial? Regional?
It's a regional parliament.
Region.
When your people came to me and invited me to come to the mosque, I was really wanting to come because as a religious person that I am and as a representative of the people of Valencia in my parliament, we truly believe that everything we can do to add to the effort for peace and to add to the people who are already working for peace is something which is really worth to strive for. And I want to say, he says, I want to say thank you and congratulations to Azur of choosing Valencia for this project, and this is all I want to express, because he's a man of deep religious Catholic feelings.
Thank you very much. And I personally like the person who has at least the firm faith in his own religion, and the person is practicing man of his religion, because in present days religion is being neglected, and if you don't know the religion, you cannot know the attributes of God and Allah, and you cannot serve the humanity, because it is religion which guides you to help the creation of the Almighty Allah.
Él dice que está muy contento de saber que es usted un hombre de profundas convicciones religiosas, porque en un mundo en el que la fe realmente es un valor que se está perdiendo, la gente que no tiene estos valores religiosos no es consciente de los atributos de Dios, que son en definitiva los que pueden llevar al hombre, los que pueden motivar al hombre de verdad a ayudar a su semejante. Él piensa que realmente solo quien tiene una fe firme en Dios y conoce lo que son los atributos de Dios que Él pretende que nosotros reflejemos, es la persona que realmente está más capacitada para servir a su entorno, a sus iguales, a sus seres humanos.
Dígale que muchas gracias, pero lleno de defectos.
Thank you very much, but I am a Catholic full of faults.
It's okay, doesn't matter. So this is how we shall tell or give the message to the masses here and the public here, that despite the differences of religion, we can all live together and work for the betterment of the society at large.
Lo más importante es transmitir el mensaje a la sociedad de que a pesar de nuestras diferencias religiosas podemos y debemos trabajar juntos para la mejora de la sociedad civil o de nuestros seres humanos, nuestros vecinos y todos los que tenemos en nuestro entorno.
So we should remove the doubts of the common man that two different religions cannot live together.
Por lo tanto, tenemos que hacer desaparecer estas dudas que hay en el corazón de muchas personas que piensan que dos religiones diferentes no pueden convivir juntas.
Pues para eso tenemos que trabajar. Estamos aquí para eso.
We are here for this purpose, to start working on that.
So this is why we, with the good wishes and better atmosphere, invited them to come to our mosque. So the mosque is open for everybody.
Que esto es realmente también el espíritu de la mezquita, y él lo que insiste es que la mezquita es algo abierto absolutamente para todo el mundo y puede ser uno de los puntales para intentar, digamos, hacer posible este diálogo interreligioso.
And who is he? Is a politician?
Preséntate, Luis.
Holiness, my name is Luis Santa Maria. I'm the representative for the Spanish government in the province of Valencia. I just wanted to say welcome here to the Valencian community. And
thank you very much for coming here.
And we are very proud to have you here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, and I also only agree what everybody has been talking about, the working for closing both religions and working together to achieve, I think, one desire.
All the common goals we have.
Oh,
to achieve the common goals we have.
Yeah.
Goals, yes. Las metas.
The goals that is like live in peace with love and
harmony.
And are goals that most of the religions share, and that's why we are here supporting.
Thank you.
Expressing you from the Spanish government our recognition, our public recognition.
Thank you very much. Acha, and you have introduced yourself. Who is he?
Yes, my name is José Seguí. I work with Antonio Ropero in Novacao, and I am the juez de paz.
Okay.
He's the judge.
And professor is engineer.
Judge of peace is called in the town. It's a post that is given to elders which are recognized for their nobility. And
Thank you. And he?
Yo, Ignacio Jiménez, y soy investigador de la cultura hispano-musulmana, pero sobre todo muy amigo de Mansur. Tengo la suerte de ser amigo suyo. Hay investigadores mejores que yo, pero no son tan amigos como él.
I was saying that I am a professor in history and researcher of the Hispanic Muslim.
He's the one
he's the one I'm talking to.
Who's supposed to go with us.
Soy Manuel Izquierdo, soy alcalde de un pueblo muy cercano, de 6 kilómetros, Giria, y diríamos que es cabeza de partido de la comunidad, o de la mancomunidad Camp de Túria. Es un pueblo de 24.000 habitantes. Tengo muchos inmigrantes de religión islámica. Tengo 2 mezquitas.
Is the mayor of Ligia, which is one of the main towns in the neighborhood.
30 kilometers from here?
¿Cuántos kilómetros hay?
6.
It's 6 kilometers from here. And it's like the head of this area. And this, he says that hay 35.000 habitantes. There are 24,000 inhabitants there. And of them, around 700 are Muslims. And there were 2 small mosques there. And he says that he's worried about the integration of the Muslim population there, especially the women and the child. He says that it's a bit hard for him to, to make the women of these immigrants, which mainly are from outside Morocco and all these countries, it's hard for him to see that they're not treated as equal by their own families or their own husbands or whatever. And he believes that no religion has the right to affect the equal rights for men and women, as he believes is not happening in the population in which he is mayor. Yeah.
So he doesn't see it. Every true Muslim tries to integrate in the society, and that is how they should. And every true Muslim gives the due right of the woman to the women and the children. So if it is not being done there, I don't know why, but we will not see this thing among Ahmadis. Right? Ready? Okay, they are ready. So this is a quite beautiful area.
Que la paz de Dios sea con todos ustedes.
May the peace and blessings of God be upon you. We start this function with the recitation of the Holy Quran and its translation into Spanish. Thus, I request Mr. Malik Tariq Sahib to come to the stage and recite the Holy Quran.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ قَالَ إِنِّي جَاعِلُكَ لِلنَّاسِ إِمَامًا قَالَ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِي قال لا ينال عهد الظالمين وإذ جعلنا البيت مثابة للناس وأمنا واتخذوا من مقام إبراهيم مصلى وعهدنا إلى إبراهيم وإسماعيل أن طهرا بيتي للطائفين والعاكفين والركع السجود وإذ قال إبراهيم رب اجعل هذا بلدا آمنا وارزق أهله من الثمرات من آمن منهم بالله واليوم الآخر قال ومن كفر فأمتعه قليلا ثم أضطره إلى عذاب النار وبئس المصير وإذ يرفع إبراهيم القواعد من البيت وإسماعيل ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم ربنا واجعلنا مسلمين لك ومن ذريتنا أمة مسلمة لك وأرنا مناسكنا وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم ربنا وابعث فيهم رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياتك ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة ويزكيهم إنك أنت العزيز الحكيم. Voy a presentar la traducción de estos versículos coránicos por su santidad Hadhrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad Sahib, el cuarto califa del Mesías prometido, que la paz de Dios sea con él. Y acordaos de cuando su Señor puso a prueba a Abraham con ciertas órdenes que él cumplió. Dijo: te convertiré en guía de los hombres. Abraham preguntó: ¿y de entre mi descendencia? Él dijo: mi pacto no alcanza a los transgresores. Y acordaos de cuando hicimos de la casa un lugar de reunión para la humanidad y un lugar de seguridad, y ocupad vosotros el sitio de Abraham como lugar de oración. Y dimos una orden a Abraham y a Ismael, diciendo: purificad mi casa para los que hacen el circuito y para los que permanecen en ella por devoción, y para los que se inclinan y se postran en oración. Y acordaos de cuando Abraham dijo: mi Señor, convierte a esta ciudad en ciudad de la paz y proporciona frutos a aquellos de sus habitantes que crean en Allah y en el último día. Él dijo: e incluso a quien no crea le concederé también mis beneficios durante algún tiempo. Luego le empujaré al castigo del fuego, un destino desdichado. Y acordaos de cuando Abraham e Ismael levantaron los cimientos de la casa, pidiendo: Señor nuestro, acepta esto de nosotros, porque tú eres el que todo lo oye, el que todo lo sabe. Señor nuestro, haznos sumisos a ti, y haz de nuestra descendencia un pueblo sumiso a ti. Y enséñanos nuestros lugares de culto, y vuélvete a nosotros con misericordia, porque tú eres remisorio con compasión y misericordioso. Y, Señor nuestro, suscita de entre ellos un mensajero, que les recite tus signos, y les enseñe el libro y la sabiduría, y les purifique. En verdad, tú eres el poderoso, el sabio.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir Rahim.
In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful. Beloved Hazur, distinguished guests, it's a great honor for me to give this reception here for the inauguration of the mosque. Our community, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community within Islam, is an international movement which is very dynamic, claiming the renaissance of Islam that is spreading very widely. The community that was founded in 1889 is today established in over 200 countries and has millions of followers. Spain is one of the oldest communities because we started here in 1946. In fact, in 1936, we tried to open the first mission house in Madrid, but the civil war in Spain did not allow that. The thing which distinguishes our community from other communities is that we believe in Khilafat, which is successorship. Under this Khilafat, the community has built around 15,000 mosques. There are 500 schools and many hospitals opened. We have translated the Holy Quran into 70 languages, and we have been spreading the true teachings of Islam and the message of peace and tolerance through the international satellite channel MTA that broadcasts 24 hours a day and reaches the corners of the earth. We also do this on the internet in different languages and also in printed material with the Islam Publications International, We also help victims of natural disasters through Humanity First. Today represents a milestone in this country because we had the privilege of building the first mosque in Spain in 1982 after 700 years in Córdoba. After 31 years today, we are very happy that His Holiness has chosen Valencia for the construction of the second mosque. As he said, Ahmadi mosques are a symbol of peace and security, and it is offered to everyone around the mosque. We welcome you, we welcome the authorities present here, and friends that have come just to share and attend this event. Now I hand over the podium to the Mayor of Pobla de Valbona, Mrs. Carmen Contellas. We are very grateful to her, and also for the equipment which she made available for our help in making this project a reality. Your Holiness, the Supreme Head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, the President of the Valencia Courts, the Subdelegate, His respected Don José María Lorso, Mrs. Rafael Lopez, and Guardia Civil, mayors of all the villages surrounding our village, and people that have come here to support this inauguration. As mayor of this town, I want to welcome all of you to my village. Secondly, I would like to thank the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, and especially His Holiness, that he invited us to participate in this event. This movement was founded in a small village in India and has always been working for peace, tolerance, and understanding between religions. You were established in 1946 and you came in 1979 in Valencia, and many of your children were born in Valencia. Pobla de Valbona, as other towns in Valencia, has people of different religions and ethnic backgrounds therein. All of them have enriched our legacy, and our identity is a fruit of this diversity. But we are hospitable to everyone. It has been more than 12 years since the Ahmadiyya Muslim community has been our neighbors. You have a long relationship with us, and we have been ever since living in harmony with you. We share mutual affection, and our children go to the same schools, and they are citizens as we are. In a nutshell, the hospitality that our town is showing to you, we want that this coexistence that we are striving for should become an example of integration for all of us, and most of all for the generations to come. Thank you for inviting us to this event, and we are happy that we will remember this with love. Thank you to Mari Carmen. The next speaker is a friend of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. His name is José María Alonso. He was present when His Holiness delivered his speech in Brussels in the European Parliament. Now he is a close friend of our community, and I request him to say a few words.
Many thanks for your kind words. First of all, I would like to thank the Ahmadiyya community, and especially His Holiness Huzur. The invitation to the inauguration of this mosque, that is the place for worship to God, I transmit my salutations to the representatives, authorities, and neighbors that are here, and it is a great pleasure for me to meet you again with His Holiness Huzur. After the very interesting experience I had in the European Parliament, in his lecture about Islam and peace, now this meeting with him has strengthened the friendship, and we have really come to know each other better, and we have to find a way of friendship where we work together, respecting each other, because we should think that Muslims and Christians are followers of the same God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that we believe in the same God, and as the Pope said, that you are brothers in the faith, We have to work together in our path that St. Francis did in Egypt during the Crusade Wars with the Sultan Malik al-Kamal, who was the nephew of Salahuddin. When they met together, this meeting had historical consequences, and from then on a period of peace was established with the Franciscanos. In these holy places, we have to find the way of dialogue between religions, and the new Pope has chosen the name of Francis, and he has said that he wants to intensify the relations with the Muslims. It is irrational that people are persecuted by its religion, because the leaders of the religion must make an effort to preach love and peace, and also the politicians must follow this example. I have come to realize that Huzur is an example of the compromise of interreligious peace, because all my support is with him and my solidarity to the Ahmadiyya community, that as many Christians are persecuted, Ahmadis are also suffering the same persecution, and only because they want to practice their faith. This is the work which we have to do together, and take away all the barriers which separate us, and try to find things that we have in common. This land of Valencia has seen many cultures. I want to extend my support and collaboration in this big effort you are making, that is to find peace and love between human beings. Thank you very much.
Many thanks to José María. I forgot to say that he is a member of Parliament from Cantaria, and he has made a long journey to share this time with us. So I am very thankful to him. I am also thankful to Mr. Luis Santamaria, since he was named subdelegate of Valencia. He has always supported our community, and he has helped us whenever we have asked him for his help. He has been our friend from the very initial days. Therefore, I request Luis Santamaria to share some words with us. Luis Santamaria is a subdelegate of the government in Valencia.
Luis Santamaria es el subdelegado del gobierno en Valencia.
His Holiness, the fifth Khalifa of the Ahmadiyya community, respected President of the Courts of Valencia, mayors, authorities, friends, I would like that my first words be the apology on behalf of the delegate of Valencia community, that due to her schedule she was not able to attend this event, but she has told me to extend her warm salutations on the inauguration of this mosque, which took place last Friday through the sermon of His Holiness, and she wants to express her most warm welcome to His Holiness. We as Christians have celebrated Easter, in which we remembered peace and mercy in our religious prayer, which is the basis of our faith and interreligious dialogue. Pope Francis said that we have to promote the respect and friendship between different people from all religions. When the Pope said that all these things should be done in favor of the poor, very similar words were said by Huzur in his last sermon, when he mentioned the message of peace in Islam, and that these common thoughts will create an atmosphere of mutual feelings and understanding for the people that want to share love between each other. Your Holiness, Spain and Valencia have seen Muslims, Christians and Jews. All of this legacy in the land of Valencia has created what we are today, a nation which is living together, and our constitution promotes respect between men and women, tolerance and freedom of political thought. These are our values. So all the people belonging to any faith who possess goodwill, they are welcome, because we want to advance with peace and harmony that our citizens are demanding from us in order for us to succeed. But we have to make this a reality, that we can make an atmosphere of peace and tolerance between us. Many thanks.
Muchas gracias, Luis.
Thank you, Luis. And finally, the last of our distinguished guests is Don Juan Cotino. He is a very friendly person ever since we went to meet him. He was very much interested about the construction of the mosque, and he said that he will try to do his utmost in helping us. He has just arrived from Madrid. He has come here directly from the station, and he is a man of deep religious understanding, and we are very happy to have him between us. Therefore, I request him to come here and say a few words.
Santidad, comunidad.
Your Holiness, I would like to commend the effort that you, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, have put into building this beautiful mosque in which we are in. I also want to send my salutation to the representative of all religions. I am very happy that we are sitting here together in the name of God, the Merciful, the God, the Father for the Christians, and the Son and the Holy Ghost. But it is the same God. So if God has assembled us here together, this is a sign that it is the good deeds that the society should believe in, whether it is in one religion or another, or even not believing in anything. What we all need is love and peace, and I think now we are breathing in such an atmosphere. We are all children of God. Many thanks for inviting me, many thanks to His Holiness in accompanying us, and many thanks to all of you.
A continuación, Su Santidad va a dirigirse a todos ustedes.
Now His Holiness will say some words and extend his message of love and peace. His Holiness will speak in the English language, so for those of you not familiar with the English language can listen to the translation.
Su Santidad va a hablar en inglés. Aquellos que no conozcan este idioma, por favor, pueden escucharlo a través de los cascos.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم All the guests, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and blessing of Allah be upon you all. Before I say to you a few words about the inauguration of this mosque, I would first of all like to thank you all guests who are mostly non-Muslims for attending this event. It is our pleasure to have you with us. You are attending this event despite the fact that in Europe and the West, Muslims and the religion of Islam is looked upon with apprehension. And the followers of this religion are considered to be extremists or fanatics. It is also believed that a Muslim dislikes non-Muslims and does not consider them worthy of interaction. With this viewpoint about Islam and Muslims, having you here with us specifically for the event of a Muslim community being held in its mosque, and the event being the inauguration of its mosque, shows your open-heartedness. Though people do come together to participate in the events of different communities and religions, yet your coming here is still worthy of praise. It is possible that you are attending this event due to a curiosity of learning about what we have to say, or a curiosity about Muslims in general. However, whatever the reason, I am very grateful for your presence, for taking the time to grace this auspicious event. It is also my religious duty to be grateful for and thank all those who have accepted our invitation. The Holy Prophet of Islam ﷺ says that anyone who is not grateful to his fellow human being cannot be grateful to his Creator. Islam says that if a person does not show humility and gratitude to his fellow human being, and instead only professes his gratitude and humbleness to God, then such a person is not sincere to God as well. Hence, with these few words, I would once again like to say that we, as members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, are grateful for your presence. Now, I would like to present to you a few Islamic teachings with regards to the mosque and as well as the rights your neighbor owe. First of all, I am grateful to our neighbors, councillors, and mayor of the town for allowing us to build this mosque. In addition to the mosque being a place of worship for us, I would also like to point out that the construction of this mosque is also a means of beautifying your area, as it is an architecturally eye-catching building. When driving on the motorway, motorists can see and observe the beauty of this mosque. Another thing I would like to mention is that some neighbors had apprehension about the building of this mosque. They felt that by this addition, the peace and quiet of their community would be affected. There would be increased traffic on the roads. People would throw litter around and disturb their surroundings. It is my hope and belief that their apprehensions would not prove to be right. You all must have noticed that in the past few weeks, there has been a lot of activity going on in this mosque. A lot of people have been gathering here. Lots of food has been prepared and lots of people have been eating here. But I believe this would not have been a disturbance to the locals. At least in my view, I don't think I have seen any such litter lying around this area. I believe the only extra work must have been for the council's refuse collection truck, which would have had to pick more refuse bags than usual, and I apologize to them. A true Muslim has been thoroughly advised by his religion that cleanliness is a part of religion. Not only is outwardly cleanliness enjoined, but also deeper, thorough cleanliness is advised. In fact, when the new year dawns, when most people celebrate the occasion by partying through the night, we help our local community councils in cleaning up the streets and provide manpower to help them clean up after all such celebrations. This we do because we have been told to do so by our religion. It is our duty to help our neighborhood and ensure they are not inconvenienced in any way. The Holy Prophet of Islam sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that we have been told that he says that he has been repeatedly told by Allah to help and assist your neighbors. And this has been emphasized so much that sometimes he says that sometimes I think a neighbor is even going to be entitled to our inheritance. Such is the importance put on caring for our neighbors. One thing I admire about the Spanish people is that they lay importance on cleanliness. Women not only clean their homes, which they must do, I am sure, but they come out to clean the pavements outside their homes. When driving past, I have seen women sweeping the area outside their homes. Indeed, the neighbors of this mosque might have reservations about the level of cleanliness that will be maintained with the introduction of this mosque and the increase in the number of people seen in the area. However, I would like to assure you that we will ensure that we won't give you a cause to complain. While speaking about neighbors, I would also like to define to you what a neighbor means. Not only is your immediate neighbor on either side of your house a neighbor, but even locations on each side as far as 100 house distance are considered to be neighbors. A person traveling with you in a train or a car or a bus, and even your work colleague is a neighbor. In this way, the definition for a neighbor is very vast. We have been taught that we should never act in a way to cause our neighbor any inconvenience. Hence, we are not here to cause you any disturbance, but rather are here to serve you. We are here to share with you our community, join you in your activities, and live peacefully and happily with you. Today, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community is established in more than 200 countries, and everywhere we go, we spread the message of love for all, hatred for none. We preach to everyone to show love and kindness to the people. No one should be hurt by any of our deeds. In one of his saying, the Holy Prophet of Islam sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "A true Muslim is one from whose hands and whose tongue every peace-loving person is safe." Hence, we Ahmadi Muslims try to live according to this teaching and would also like the entire world to live accordingly. That is, live in peace and harmony with fellow human beings, regardless of their faith or race. The Holy Quran has taught us that we have to not only discharge the rights due to God, but also have to discharge the rights due to our fellow human beings. We have to show true justice in all our dealings, because by being unjust, you distance yourself from God. In one instance, the Holy Quran teaches us that if we have to give testimony against our parents, family, or dear ones, against ourselves, our parents, our family, and dear ones, we should do it. We will only be considered to be true Muslim when we live according to this teaching. There is not enough time to present to you the detailed teachings of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and the Holy Quran. However, in short, I would like to mention that in today's world, Islam is wrongly portrayed and considered to be a religion of aggression. Of course, this wrong projection has been made by some minority of extremist Muslims, no doubt. But in the time of the Holy Prophet of Islam, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and his early 4 true Khalifas, there was never an occasion when the Muslims were the first to initiate war or do any aggression. Rather, they dedicated their time to serving humanity and spread the peaceful message of God the Almighty. War was only allowed to the Muslims when they were persecuted and driven from their homes in Mecca and migrated to Medina. It was then they were followed and attacked in Medina that they were allowed this right to defend themselves. The Holy Quran also says that we have given you this permission to fight back simply because if you don't do so now, no place of worship, be it a church or synagogue or mosque or any temple, will remain safe from the aggressors. Hence, with this permission, not only has Islam and the mosque been protected from the atrocities, but other religions and their places of worship have been provided safety with this decree. A true Muslim is not only told to protect a mosque, but also told to protect the places of worship of other religions. Hence, true Muslims have never caused damage to the places of worship of other religions in time of war. Permission to fight back in war has only been granted in situations where people have been plotting against the government and have been known to be a threat to the country. All that I have presented to you today is the true teaching of Islam. Some of you might disagree with me on some aspects of how history has been mentioned, but this is due to how history has been wrongly presented to us by some historians or Orientalists who have not done justice to the history or reality. I am not saying that Muslim governments have never been in the wrong, have never caused disorder in their respective countries or with their neighbors. But there were situations when they were treated in the same way. by non-Muslim governments, and history bears testimony to this fact. Regardless of this, I would like to say that this mosque has been built to serve as a place of brotherliness and unity. Whoever comes here, be it a Muslim or non-Muslim, with pious intentions, will have the doors of the mosque always open for him or her. This mosque has been named Masjid Bait-ur-Rahman, that is, a house of God, who is ever gracious, who shows kindness to its creation without any conditions. We who have built this mosque will ensure that we continue to serve and help the communities we live in, continue to serve God's creation so that we continue to receive as much graciousness as possible from the ever-gracious God. In the end, I would like once again to thank you all for gracing this event with your presence. It is my prayer that the unity and bond between the Muslims and non-Muslims in this community strengthens. Thank you very much.
Tradición en nuestras reuniones, esta se concluye con una oración en silencio que iniciará su santidad, y cada uno dentro de su fe se puede unir o no unir como lo desee.
Silent prayer. Amén.
Amén. Amén.
Un discurso inteligente, un discurso muy bueno porque apela primero a los vecinos.
It was a very intellectual speech, a very good speech because it drew attention and focus to the neighbors, offering them a center that improves the neighborhood. It appealed to the moral values which are both rational and shared by all, and it explained this from the viewpoint of the Muslim faith. When we have dialogue regarding similar points, then this allows us to enrich each other, and His Holiness is a testimony to this fact, which is very important.
My first contact with the Ahmadiyya Muslim community was in the European Parliament in Brussels, and I was able to listen to a speech of His Holiness under the slogan, "A Message of Peace." That message was certainly moving, and because of that, we have again come here to Valencia. As Catholics, we are also defenders of peace, and in this context, all the religions are united, and I believe that this Muslim community is working continuously in search of peace and tolerance. Therefore, these meetings certainly help all the religions and help us all live together with one another. That is why I'm very happy to be able to have shared this evening with you. And we are certainly brothers, because we are all the sons of the same God, the God of Abraham, the God of Jacob. So therein, it was an honor for me to be here with you tonight.
I am very grateful for this invitation. I believe that all those who believe in God should be the torchbearers for the message of peace. I think that this is as important as attaining inner peace, and if we all live a truly spiritual life, then this spirit of peace will be able to extend throughout the whole world.
I was very impressed with His Holiness's personality, his benevolent appearance, and his commitment to communicate and transmit peace. It has indeed been a delightful speech, which revolved around the subject of peace. I recently was introduced to the community through some friends. They are doing a very interesting job, and I believe this is a way to unite and develop an understanding of both cultures.
I got to know the community many years ago through the first missionary that came to Spain. He explained to me about the suffering he endured and the time he spent in jail, and so today I am bearing witness to the honor of seeing your Khalifa. It was since then that I heard the slogan, "Love for all, hatred for none," and I have been inspired by this every day. I believe that it was a very good speech, because the idea of living peacefully with each other in the current situation is very important. It is something that needs to be transmitted, and it's something that should be made known to the media and press, not the idea that certain minorities show off division. I think that this is the true reality that all the Muslims and the whole world should share. I remember in the beginning the community having very limited resources, and today I see that from that seed the community has flourished and built a beautiful mosque here in Valencia.
I am speaking on behalf of both of us, as we are both discussing this earlier, that we were very impressed with the message that His Holiness conveyed, especially with regards to drawing our attention to the fact that we should all try to understand each other, which I think in view of the world today is very important, and also realize that after all we are all the same, and we should all respect each other and show love to one another. We've also been discussing that the dinner has been very nice, and we have had the opportunity to meet various other people, and have been able to share our opinions, which has certainly enriched us.
I would like to congratulate the whole of the Ahmadiyya community for this wonderful building. The impression that I have is to have had met a holy man, the Khalifa and the worldwide leader of your community. A person who preaches by his very own example a message of peace, love and respect towards all the people, and I believe that this is the most important thing, and also the fact that this mosque is devoted to a goal of good intentions for all people. Although I am a Christian, I feel great acquaintance with what His Holiness has said tonight, because even though we have a different religion, there are actually more things that unite us rather than separate us. And I have felt that His Holiness is a very open person, since even I was able to greet him.
It has been very impressive to be here at this reception and being able to see the inauguration of the second mosque after many years. And I am having a very proud feeling of the witnessing of this mosque. It's very important for us to work for peace and to unite with one another. And this is exactly what we have witnessed here tonight at this mosque. The mosque gives an impression of being like a palace. And this is an open door for all the locals and the whole of Spain. So now we too can have the same feelings as people in Granada have, due to the beauty of this mosque. The people of Valencia will now be able to come here and see its beauty, and I certainly advise all Spanish people to come and visit this mosque.
I have had a very good impression of the event. I already had such an impression in our first meeting in the European Parliament with regards to the speech that His Holiness delivered. I loved the mosque, the surroundings and its architecture. I have also very much enjoyed the event and the words of His Holiness, and once again I have felt the same feeling of peace and harmony that all members of the Ahmadiyya community are able to transmit.
I think that the speech made a lot of sense to us, particularly in light of the current situation and circumstances of the world. I also share the same opinion, and I think that the speech has summarized what actually should happen, or how things should be done, and not in the way we are actually witnessing today. I believe that this is a place where people can gather and learn that there are other religions too, which are also important, and people shouldn't only just think that they are the most important, but in fact that there are others also. I think that it is very beneficial, especially for the Muslim community, as this mosque can be a center for prayers.
It was back in 2008 that I first got to know about the community when they started the development of the mosque. And today it has been a pleasure to be here with all of you and near His Holiness, which has been a very emotional experience. The speech was very powerful and consolatory. It has been a source of peace and brotherhood between all people who believe in one God. The feeling that I got was that we all should believe in God, and we should all show love to each other and this is a very good feeling that His Holiness has conveyed to all of us. I believe that this mosque can help develop integration and respect and show the world that different cultures can live with each other in the most peaceful and harmonious manner.